Donald Trump is hitting the campaign trail in Virginia today after sweeping Nevada. The billionaire took first place in the caucus by a wide margin. Marco Rubio came in second, beating Ted Cruz by 3 points.
Ben Carson and John Kasich finished in single digits. Last night, Trump took the stage to celebrate his victory, while some of his rivals argued he's not fit for the nomination.
If you listen to the pundits, we weren't expected to win too much, and now we're winning the country. And soon the country is going to start winning.
But the only campaign that has beaten Donald Trump and the only campaign that can beat Donald Trump is this campaign.
We can't just elect someone that's angry. We have to elect someone that will make a difference and someone that will win.
With us now for analysis are CBS News senior political editor Steve Chaggaris and Politico caucus editor Stephen Shepard. Shaggy, I want to start with you. Let's look at Nevada. To what extent do the results there matter going forward?
Well, it's about momentum, right? And so Trump has won the last three. He won Nevada. He basically doubled up on Rubio. And so, you know, the mindset is you win big, and then you get to this national race of 11 or 12 primaries and caucuses next week on Super Tuesday, and people are going to look at this as this is the guy who's the clear front runner. And part of that too is you look at the exit polling and what happened last night and in previous races, and it's clear that Republicans are looking for an outsider. They're looking for somebody to shake things up. And you know, you see somebody like Trump who is handily beating Cruz and Rubio, his next two closest competitors. And you know, you look at the map and you ask how is this going to be stopped? There's no clear answer to that.
Yeah, I think what's really interesting is that, you know, Donald Trump seems to have gotten the evangelical vote. He got the conservative vote. He says he even got the Hispanic vote. I'm wondering, this is for Stephen, because we have two Steves now. So Stephen, any lessons for Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz to learn from last night's results? I mean, if Donald Trump got the Hispanic vote and they're both Hispanic, I think there's a big problem here for them.
Well, I would say, first of all, the Hispanic vote represents a very small portion of the overall electorate in Nevada and in these other states that are coming up in the Republican primary. I think the problem is this idea that once all these other candidates drop out, either Rubio or Cruz or both of them could consolidate all that vote, the anti-Trump vote, and gain momentum. That's not happening so far. And judging by the way John Kasich and Ben Carson did last night, that's not going to happen anytime soon. So look, you know, we had 133 delegates awarded so far out of nearly 2,500 delegates. This process is just beginning. But between now and March 15th, we have, after March 15th, which is only 3 or 4 weeks away, we have 60% of the delegates in this process will already have been awarded. So the time to stop Donald Trump is now, and based on last night, it's unclear how either Marco Rubio or Ted Cruz is going to do that.
Shaggy, obviously a lot of people are looking at some of these big states coming up like Florida. Let's just take Senator Marco Rubio, for example. Can he compete there, considering Trump is leading in the polls without Governor Bush's endorsement?
Well, I mean, he makes the argument that he's the most electable, right? He makes the argument that he's the mainstream Republican and that all these other guys should get out and let the, quote, anti-Trump vote coalesce around him. The question is there really an anti-Trump vote that equals 55 to 60%? Or, as Donald Trump argues, would some of that vote go to Donald Trump if, say, Ted Cruz dropped out? So the question is, who's going to be in the race on March 15th? Are there going to be 3, 4, 5 people in this race, or is it just going to be Marco Rubio versus Donald Trump? If that's the case, then we'll really see if Rubio can beat Trump. But what we're seeing, again, in the exit polls pretty consistently is that Rubio and Cruz are having trouble really getting Republican voters from all demographics to back them, whether it's very conservative or evangelical or moderates or people who are upset about government or people who are angry about the economy. They're going for Trump almost in every one of these races, and until Rubio and Cruz can start to prove that they can pull these people over, I don't know. I just don't see how they're going to have success moving forward.
Yeah, Stephen, you talked about, you know, if you're going to beat Trump, the time is now in regards to the delegate count, moving towards a Super Tuesday. Just mathematically, do you think there's any way to slow him down? I know, you know, we're not just Super Tuesday, but we're moving towards states where it's winner take all. Right now, at least it's proportional. And so, you know, the other candidates are getting some delegates. But are things just going to get, I guess, ramp up as we move forward towards Super Tuesday and beyond?
Right. So, on Super Tuesday, you have all these states that will award delegates proportionally. So even if Ted Cruz runs the table in southern states, starting with his home state of Texas, but also states like Alabama and Georgia and Arkansas, Oklahoma, the question is, Donald Trump is still going to get a bunch of delegates out of those states if he finishes second. So that doesn't really slow him down. And if Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio are still in the race, and John Kasich, the governor of Ohio votes on March 15th. Ohio will be winner take all. Florida will be winner take all. If Donald Trump wins one or both of those states, even with home state candidates on the ballot elsewhere, becomes he's going to take all the delegates and deny the other candidates any delegates. That makes it a lot harder to stop him mathematically.
All right, Stephen Shepard and Steve Chaggaris, thank you both so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks.